I know this is just the beginning. Since Zhang Hao dared to create this thing, it means he's completely lost his mind. A lunatic can do anything. 3 days before the apocalypse, my childhood friend and I unexpectedly got 2 systems. One was the final apocalypse system. The other was a broken Genesis system. My buddy laughed. If you pick the apocalypse system, you can only pick the other one. But 3 days later, the global apocalypse arrived. All plants and animals mutated. Survival became humanity's biggest challenge. Using the broken Genesis system, I put everything I had into it. Built tall walls and double layers. Protected everyone, barely surviving for 3 years. Even when the system backlash left me skinny as bones. I never let my brother go hungry. After that, I became everyone's hero. My friend's apocalypse system was disliked because the name sounded bad. Everyone rejected him. Didn't expect his jealousy to take over. Right after the wall was finished, he pushed me into a snake pit while I was weak and stole my Genesis system. Haha. You loser. The Genesis system is mine now. But then, when I was reborn to 3 days before doomsday, I discovered my buddy grabbed the Genesis system first. Seeing that, I knew he was reborn too. I laughed. The apocalypse system only sounds bad. But in a world full of mutation and twisted rules, creation is a heavy burden. Want to make bread? It needs your own calories. Want to make a gun? It takes your body's iron. Want to build a city? You use up your life force. My past self was dragged down by this so-called holy halo. In a world that eats people, creation is just helping others. Only destruction can save yourself. I stepped forward, walking calmly toward the black orb, looking into the abyss like it could suck in my soul. I reached out my right hand. Pale, slender fingers went straight into the black mist. Trash that can kill in the apocalypse is a treasure. Right as my fingertips touched the black box, extreme cold surged, rushed up my arm into my brain instantly. Felt like I was thrown into an ancient ice cave.
Then,
that cold turned into a burning fire inside me. Warning, warning. Host's mental fluctuations detected. Highly matched with the apocalypse system. Chinese Smoke Edition binding. Binding complete. Current level 1. Ability unlocked. Gluttonous mouth. The world is your cafeteria. I suddenly bent over, gasping for air. My right hand was shaking hard. Under my skin, black streaks appeared faintly, spreading like veins, all the way to my elbow, then disappeared. A hunger I never felt before, burned in my stomach like wildfire. So hungry, I want to eat, not rice or bread, but something harder, colder, and full of energy. Zhang Hao was pretending to look at files, but his eyes were locked on me. Seeing I really bound that loser system, he could barely hide his grin. Get lost, Li Qian, that idiot is dead this time. Once the apocalypse hits, I'll build a shelter with the Genesis system. Make him kneel at my door and beg. I looked away. There's time ahead. Now, top priority is to feed the beast inside me. I walked to my workstation. It was a solid wood composite desk. The hunger made my saliva pour out, while coworkers stared in shock. I pressed my right hand on the metal edge of the desk, whispered to myself,
devour.
The black streaks on my palm glowed. The tough stainless steel edge melted like chocolate, softened instantly, twisted, then flowed into my body through my palm. A warm rush instantly wiped away my weakness. Looking at my pale hand, I smirked at myself. Last time, to support Zhang Hao's vampire team, I went malnourished for years. This body after rebirth has typical subhealth, like an overworked office drone. In 3 days, the first wave of apocalypse gray mist will erupt from deep underground, turning this super city of 20 million people into hell. Mutated rats will be as big as calves. Stray cats can tear open tank armor. And mankind's pride, hot weapons, will rot into scrap in the mist. To survive, or even fight back against Zhang Hao and his Genesis system, I must feed the apocalypse system to a terrifying level in 3 days.
Ding.
Right then, I took the elevator to the B2 parking garage. The cold, damp air hit me. I didn't go for my beat-up used car. Instead, walked straight to the power room in the corner. There were old transformers ready for scrap, and thick copper cables. It's where the property staff store junk? I looked, nobody around. There's even a camera blind spot. Li Qiong squatted down, put my hand out, pressed it on a waist-high junk transformer. That cold, rough cast iron felt more tempting than a woman's skin right now. The black mark on my palm spread fast, like a black net, wrapping half the transformer in a second. The tough metal shell made no sound in the black light. Instead, it crumbled like sand in the wind, vanished in silence, becoming streams of black energy, greedily burrowing into my pores. As the metal vanished, a hot flash ran like magma all through me. What was once a sore back from sitting too long instantly felt fine. Muscles swelled up a bit, full of explosive strength. I stood up, cracked my fists. They popped loudly. Now that's the taste of evolution. Too slow. Eating junk metal will take forever. Gotta go big. So I pulled out my phone, started swiping fast on the screen, dialed a number. Hey, old Chun. It's Li Qiong. I want to sell my apartment, the duplex in city center. Cash only, all payment. I know it's worth 5 million. I'll take 3 million. Only one condition. Money tonight. Even under the table cash works. Hung up. Then I opened some online loan apps. Maxed out every limit. Even bloody loan sharks. I didn't skip any. 3 days from now, bank buildings will all turn into mutant spider nests. Who would still come after me to collect debt? I'm gonna use this soon-to-be worthless cash to buy my ticket to survive the apocalypse. 2 hours later, I looked at the over $1 million in my bank account, plus the 3 million in cash promised by Lao Chun, the agent, which he'd deliver soon. I headed out to Beishan on the edge of the city, to the scrap metal recycling plant.
It's the biggest junkyard in town.
Scrapped cars, retired industrial machines, and mountains of construction steel piled up everywhere. To most people, it's the definition of dirty and messy. But to me, with my apocalypse system, that place is an all-you-can-eat buffet. Beishan Recycling is right on the city edge. The sky is always gray there. The air reeks of engine oil and rust. Huge cranes are crushing a scrapped bus flat. The metal twisting sounds make your teeth ache. When I got close, I strode into the recycling office, pulled out 50 grand as a deposit, and rented all their junk cars and scrap metal piles for 3 days. What? I'm saying I want to rent every junk car and scrap pile you have here. 3 days, that's it. Here's 50 grand as a deposit. You'll get the rest tonight. For these 3 days, clear the whole place out. No one comes in except me. Dude, you messing with me? All this junk is worth a few million at least. Why rent for 3 days? Filming a movie or something. Don't ask what you don't need to know. Fine, as long as you pay up. You can blow the place up for all I care. Night falls. The huge gate of the recycling yard is shut tight. Only a few dim spotlights sway in the wind. I stand alone in front of a mountain, made from hundreds of scrapped cars. Take a deep breath. Spread my arms wide. The black lines in my palms burst out fully. Not just a faint glow anymore, but 2 thick black flames timed to feast. I drive both hands into the hood of a scrap taxi in front of me. Full power on the Devours. That taxi melts down like it's been dropped in acid. It collapses and vanishes, starting with the front. Black energy streams like raging pythons, rushing up my arms and flooding my body. My eyes turn pitch black, like a tireless black hole, darting wild in the junkyard graveyard. Wherever I go, mountains of scrap vanish into thin air, leaving just a layer of grayish-white powder. My body heats up, bones snapping and reshaping inside me. My muscle density shoots up crazy fast. Energy bar 35%, 50%, 80%. Just as I'm high on this devouring frenzy, my phone suddenly vibrates in my pocket. Annoyed, I pull it out to check the caller. Su Qing, the name stops me cold. Su Qing, the woman I only met late in the apocalypse last time. The one who was the only one that could calm me down with a hug. Why is she calling me now in this life? I pick up. Hello? Li Qiu, where are you? I have something really important to tell you. I have this feeling, like something's about to go horribly wrong in this world. A jolt hits me. Su Qing's talent. Awakened even before the apocalypse began. Where are you? I'll come get you. I remembered last time. Su Qing was trapped in her dorm for a whole month. Almost starved to death, and only got picked up by a survivor team passing by. I'm at the school library. Li Q, can you lend me some money? I want to buy some food to stock up. This feeling just sucks. It's like a warning before an earthquake. I glanced at the mountain of cars I'd already half devoured. A gentle smile creeps onto my lips. First time since rebirth showing a real smile. No need to buy food. Just grab a few clothes and wait for me there. I'm coming to pick you up. I'll take you somewhere nobody can hurt you. After hanging up, I glance at my system panel. Energy, 98 out of 100. Just a little more to go. I lock onto that huge gantry crane weighing over 10 tons. That's dessert right there. I take a running start, jump high, and drive my fist into the gantry's support pillar. Black light explodes. The steel beast groans in pain. Then the darkness swallows it whole. Devouring large machine, energy full. Congrats, host. Apocalypse system leveled up to 2. New ability unlocked, matter rebuild. Unlocked exclusive space, black jade.
10 cubic meters.
Can't store living things. I hit the ground feeling the terrifying power inside me. Right now, I could probably lift a small car with one hand. And with matter rebuilding, I don't have to fight empty-handed anymore. I open my palm. Dark mist swirls out. A pitch black, long blade with a blue glow slowly takes shape. Blade forged from high-grade alloy eaten from cars. Compressed 1,000 times over. It's as hard as diamond. I swing and the air rips with a piercing crack. Time to pick someone up and get a big surprise. Ready for that bastard Zhang Hao too. I put away the long blade, rebuilt by compressing tons of scrap steel. With a thought, the sword turns to black smoke and sinks back into the lines of my palm. I'm just about to leave the yard when the iron office gate bangs open and someone kicks it in. The boss bald face full of scars rushes out with 7 or 8 tattooed thugs. Spotlights swing crazily, blinding. Their shadows stretch and twist like ghosts. Kid, where the hell did you put my stuff? That scrap pile is dozens of tons at least. It'd take you all night to haul it by truck. Do you have some special connection? The thugs surrounded me in a fan shape, tapping steel pipes against their palms, making crisp slapping sounds. Hey buddy, don't be in such a hurry. The $50K you gave was just a deposit, but you left my place in this state. I can't account for all those missing goods, so leave another $1 million behind. Or teach me your little magic trick, and I'll let you go. I stopped in my tracks. My back was to them. I turned my head slightly. In the dim light, my face was pale as paper, but my eyes were terrifyingly dark. $1 million is too much. That was hundreds of cars. I don't care what trick you used to hide them. If you don't explain yourself today, don't even think about leaving Baishan. I meant $1 million is too little. The calcium, iron, and minerals in you guys are priceless treasures in this world. Stop playing tricks. Take him out. A blonde thug rushed forward first, aiming his pipe right at my head. The wind howled. It was a vicious strike. I didn't dodge. I didn't even blink. Just as the pipe was about to hit my forehead, I raised my left hand.
Devour.
There was no sound of impact. That solid steel pipe, thick as a wrist, the moment it touched my palm, instantly melted and vanished. The blonde was stunned, holding only the half length of air, completely bewildered. Before he could react, my palm pressed forward against his chest. Ding, high purity life energy obtained. Warning. Living devourment increases frenzy by 5%. A monster! He killed him! The remaining thugs let out a high-pitched scream, dropped their weapons, and turned to run. I didn't chase them. I hopped onto a heavy motorcycle nearby. The engine roared, like a bolt of black lightning tearing the night. I sped toward the city center. I felt my blood boiling. The thrill of the devourment excited me. I needed an anchor, something to keep me sane. That anchor was Su Qing. Arriving at Jiangcheng University Library, I parked the bike by the road. I saw Su Qing in an off-white sweater, and beside her, a red Porsche 911 was parked ostentatiously. A rich brat with ash-gray hair leaned against the car door, dangling his car keys, harassing her incessantly. It's Wang Kai Zhanghao's lackey from my past life. After the apocalypse, using his family's supplies, he ruined and harmed many girls. Su Qing, I told you. Tonight's party is for you. Brother Zhang Hao will be there too. He's a big shot in the circle now. He has plenty of resources. Didn't you say you're unwell? It's a good chance to relax. I have the best wine in my car. Wang Kai, I really don't feel well. Please move aside. Su Qing's voice was weak but firm. Her spirit vision was likely warning her. In her eyes, the world must have been a distorted double image. The gray aura in the air was enough to give her a splitting headache. Don't push your luck. It's your honor that Zhang Hao likes you. I heard your loser boyfriend Li Qiyu quit his job and went crazy today. What's the future with a guy like that? Before he could finish, I gripped his wrist out of thin air. My fingertips felt as hard as iron. Wang Kai grimaced in pain. His bones creaked under the pressure. He turned his head, meeting my ink-black eyes. Li Qiyu, you dare touch me? I'll make sure you're finished in this city. I didn't bother talking. I just applied a little force. Wang Kai let out a pig-like squeal and collapsed to the ground. I shook my hand in disgust and turned toward Su Qing. My cold expression softened instantly. Are you okay? Su Qing stared at me blankly. Her eyes were full of shock. It was the same familiar face, but the vibe had changed completely. The moment I appeared, the sense of danger on her brow vanished. Her eyes reddened. She couldn't hold back anymore, and instinctively threw herself into my arms. Her voice was sobbing. I held her with one arm, feeling her tremble. A violent, killing intent flashed in my eyes. Afraid, I whispered to comfort her. I glanced at Wang Kai wailing on the ground, and that eyesore of a Porsche. Nice car. Li Qiyu, you're dead. This car costs 3 million. Can you afford it? I'm calling the police. I'm gonna kill you. I sneered. 3 million? I let go of Su Qing and walked to the car. I raised my foot and tapped lightly on the shiny hood. Matter restructuring. Reverse output. The next second, the Porsche shook violently. All 4 wheels snapped at once. The hood flew off. The precision parts inside looked like they'd been stirred by a giant hand. They clattered all over the ground. The entire metal frame was instantly covered in thick red rust. I brushed the rust off my pants, looking down at the stunned Wang Kai. Now it's worthless. No need to thank me. I scrapped it for you. Saves you the inspection. I took Su Qing's hand and walked to the bike without looking back. Let's go home, but I didn't take her to the apartment. Instead, we went to the Red Star shelter, a gem I found in my past life, buried 30 meters underground, with its own ventilation system and 1 meter thick concrete walls. Su Qing looked at the dark entrance, with hesitation in her eyes. Here? We're living here? I took a flashlight from my bag. The beam pierced the darkness, lighting up the heavy rusted iron door. Trust me, it'll be dangerous up there soon. For the next 2 days, I barely rested. I spent all my energy on the shelter. Inside the shelter, I touched every old generator in bed, one by one, under the apocalypse system's control. The rusted machines were decomposed, refined and then reshaped. Even that 1-ton rusted door, I infused with high-strength alloy, reshaping it into a 3-ton black gate that no shell could blast open. Li Qiyu, did you awaken a superpower? Something like that. Su Qing, remember. No matter what you see later, even if I turn into a monster, as long as I don't hurt you, don't be afraid of me. I'm not. No matter what you become, I won't be afraid. After finishing this, the outside world was already in chaos. Stray dogs mauled birds in the streets. Flocks of them crashed into glass walls. On social media, the end of the world tag hit #1. Panic was spreading. I sat in the control room, fiddling with a modified radio. Folks, don't panic. I sense a disaster coming, but I've received a divine sign. I've built an arc of light right on the city center hotel penthouse. There's plenty of food, water, and defenses. If you're willing to join us and sign a mutual aid contract, I can protect you. A mutual aid contract? That's just a slave contract. Li Qiu, should we warn the others? Useless. Good advice can't change anything. Damn ghost. Choosing to trust that hypocrite right now. Even if you save them, they'll become a knife against us later. 10-minute countdown. I brought Su Qing to the surface. We're by the hidden vent of the shelter, looking up at the sky. Just as I say that, the sky splits open. A black crack stretches across the horizon, like God slashed a floral curtain. Then, endless gray mist pours out like a flood, rushing down from the crack. It's not normal fog. It's a real virus, a mix of mutation factors and higher dimensional energy. Where it passes, everything transforms. Chaos is unleashed. The gray mist devours skyscrapers at lightning speed. Civilization collapses. Order breaks down. Hell comes to earth in an instant. I grab the stunned Su Qing, push him into the shelter tunnel, then slam the 3-ton alloy door shut. Several heavy bolts drop down. The screams outside are cut off. Inside the shelter, I lean against the cold door, feeling the intense smashing from outside. Mutated creatures trying to break in. Su Qing puts on earplugs. Goes to sleep in the inner room. Tonight, I need to feed. Open my mouth. Listen, Su Qing. Everything you sense now is what's really happening. But you have to learn to block it out. Think of your senses like a radio. Too many channels right now. All noise. You need to shut it off. Or just listen to what you want. But it's so tragic. And Wang upstairs, the corner store owner, they're already dead. From the second the gray mist hit, old social ties were cut. They're not your neighbors now. They're just extra ingredients for mutants. Or future mutants. Drop your pity. That's more dangerous than poison now. Try focusing on me. Look at me, feel my energy. Okay. Get some sleep. When you wake, then it's truly the apocalypse. Meanwhile, top floor banquet hall of downtown Zhang City, packed with hundreds of people, staring in terror out the window. A savage scream slams against the reinforced glass. Ah, monster. It's coming in quiet. That mutant moth crashes again, like hitting a sizzling iron plate. A burnt smell fills the air. It falls, screaming. The crowd erupts. Fear turns to worship. A miracle. Zhang Shao, save us. I knew Zhang Shao wasn't normal. I can protect you. In this strange world, I'm the only light. If you swear loyalty to me, join my new world. I'll give you food and safety. I'm willing, Zhang Shao. I'll give you my company shares. What use are shares to me? I want absolute obedience. From now on, there are no laws here, no identities, only my rules. Now the task is clearing the floors. There are some mutated rats in the hotel, and some zombies not fully dead. One need 10 warriors to grab weapons now. Go for me, and for yourselves to clear out a safe zone. Li Qiu. Did you see that? This is the right way for the Genesis system. I don't need to get my hands dirty. Just show a bit of power, and countless people will fight for me. By the way, Li Qiu, where'd that kid hide? Probably died in some corner. The apocalypse system, in times like this where teamwork matters, is just a joke. Need to save power. Or find a new energy source. Ding, Devour lithium battery pack. Got electrical energy. Agility up by 0.2. Gained heavy metal elements. Bone hardness up by 1. The energy from this junk is less and less. I need meat. Meat with mutation factors. And higher dimensional energy. Finally here. First guest. 3 bugs. 1 big in front. 2 small behind. Crawling with lots of legs. Corrosive liquid on them. Probably gray mist passing aluminum. Or mutated centipedes. Hungry, eat meat. Hey, delivery guy. Now that you're here, don't leave. I thrust out my left hand, grab at the vent air. A terrifying suction erupts from my palm. The 2 small centipedes are sucked out like dust. Totally powerless. Pulled straight out of the pipe, slammed to the floor. I step on 1 bug, stab the other with my knife, looking at the twitching mutant underfoot. That soul-level hunger bursts out. Full-powered devour. Violent energy surges up my arm, hammering my brain. Food dares rebel? Obey me. I stand up and stretch. Just 1 bug. The bonus from a first-level mutant is more than a bunch of batteries. Directly becomes energy. The 2 remaining centipedes, their eyes burn even hotter. Yep, only slaughter leads to evolution. Su Qing wakes sitting on the bed, stares at the wreck and my senior. What's that? Nothing, just some bugs at home. Already dealt with. Those are bugs. Su Qing remembered. From now on, besides humans and us, all other moving things fall into 2 categories. Things we can eat and things we can't eat but can kill. Don't think of them as living beings. And definitely not as humans. Or you won't be able to take action. I'm hungry. Good, I didn't eat enough either. Here, take this. It tastes a bit odd, like minty jello, but it'll calm your mind. Eat it up. There will be more later. This is just the beginning. Help, help. Monsters in the subway. Looks like our neighbors aren't behaving. Should we help or not? How much food is over there?
I'm going.
Down there is the subway tunnel under construction. Closed space with mutants.
It's a meat grinder.
You'll die. My eyes can see. 3 seconds before that centipede crawled in, I saw a red shadow. In that pitch-black place, I can be your radar. I paused for 2 seconds. Stay close. Don't expect me to save you. If there's danger, climb up high. Red Star Air Raid Shelter. Bottom level's an abandoned water reservoir. 1 wall is totally cracked. I walk over. Black flames swirl in my palm. Press it on the damp concrete. Half-meter thick wall melts like wax in high heat, quietly making a big hole. This is construction site for Metro Line 3. The giant shield tunneling machine sits in the dark. There's a strong red glow over there, like a blazing fire, and a lot of faint white specks. Those are people. We follow the tracks. Emergency lights flicker on and off, breaking shadows everywhere. Turn at a curve. A subway train is stuck in the tunnel. The early train derailed, slammed into this dead end. But the scariest part isn't the crash. It's that the train came alive. The metal shell of the car squirms like skin. Windows turned into half-transparent flesh. Membrane. Up front, the driver's lower half is merged with the dashboard. His upper body is swollen like a giant, madly grabbing survivors and shoving them into its mouth. Doors closing soon. Passengers, please enter. That's huge. Su Qing, go hide. Boom spot, I yell as I dash off, shooting myself like a black cannonball toward the train. Watch out, ambush above the left car. At almost the same time, the top of the first car splits open, and two barbed tentacles whip at my landing spot. I twist in midair. One tentacle barely grazes my scalp. It slams the ground, blasting rock chips everywhere. I roll as I land, knife in hand, shattering the stone, using force to slash hard at the base of a tentacle. Fare evaders will be eliminated. There are too many. So many. That's just right. Doomsday system, reform matter, steel thorns. I draw my long blade, leap high from the steel thorns. Your train is mine now. If it were another power, I might have to dodge. But the electromagnetic core's special. It absorbs energy. I spin in the air, catching more speed, like black lightning, and blow right through the swollen driver. My blade blasts out, covered in doomsday black flames, stabbing straight into the blue electromagnetic core. Core shatters. Driver screams in pain, its massive body spasming. The fight ends fast, but it eats up half my energy. Looking at that broken core, I just feel dry-mouthed. Time to eat. Ding, Devour Stage 1 peak. Mutant gets a ton of essence. Level up. Doomsday system, level 4. Unlocked skill, Blackrock enchant. Can coat weapons or your body with doomsday energy, dealing constant corrosion damage. Unlocked blueprint, bone armor.
10 minutes later.
That terrifying train has vanished. Only some inedible scraps of clothing remain, plus plastic trash. Deep in the tunnel, a few surviving workers crawl out, shaking in fear, eyes wide with terror. Hero, thank you for saving us. I turn away, still smoking with black mist, my eyes cold as ice. Don't come near. I didn't save you. I came here to restock and clean up the dining area. Walk back the way you came. There's an air raid shelter above. Don't try to go in. That's my turf. Go 3 kilometers east. There's an underground mall. That's your only way out. I leave to head home. In a world like this, that's as merciful as he gets. At this moment, inside a downtown Zhangcheng hotel, Zhang Hao sits in the main seat. Just then, Zhao Gang rushes in. What's with the panic? Is it a monster? Not a monster. It's the food. Yesterday, those breads and roast chickens you made by divine power. They're all bad now. Yeah, some survivors just ate them and started vomiting and having diarrhea. One even spit up black water. They checked the rest of the food, and all the bread turned to ash. Just like burnt paper, falls apart at a touch. Zhang Hao looks at the bread, his fingers trembling. Of course he knows what's happening. Early days of the Genesis system, creation wasn't true matter conversion, just forced energy simulating matter's shape. Once power runs out, or the maker stops maintaining it, everything goes back to the original state. Just leftover energy. Damn it. Manual said, level 1 creations last 3 days. Why is it broken after 2? Was it the moth defense yesterday draining too much energy? Where are they? They're all making a scene in the lobby. Someone called you a fraud. They say this isn't silence. It's a distraction. Some people want to leave. Leave. We can't let them go. This is a test of their faith from above. If I let them go now, All the authority I've built up will collapse. My imperfect creation power will be spread all over the city too. That will bring endless trouble. The Genesis system upgrade mission is to build faith. If the crowd falls apart, the upgrade path will be completely cut off. Zhao Gang, go arrest the instigator. Say he was infected by the gray mist. He's a hidden zombie, but he's totally fine. If I say he is, then he is. Got it? Got it. For the Ark's safety, we have to remove risks.
10 minutes later.
A scream rang out from the lobby. Then everything went quiet. Ark Law Number 1. Doubters die. With his silence, Zhang Hao suddenly felt a warm rush inside.
Ding.
Life sacrifice energy recharged by 5%. Warning, getting energy through sacrifice is a fallen path. Long-term use will twist the host's mind. Zhang Hao felt that long-lost fullness. He looked at the bread in his hand, suddenly soft and tasty again. A cruel grin appeared on his lips. As long as I can survive, as long as I can be a god, who cares about falling? Everyone. That guy's mind was twisted by the black mist. He tried to poison our food. Luckily, we caught him early, so nothing horrible happened. See, when our faith is strong, miracles will happen. The crowd kneeled again. They sobbed, regretting their doubts. But in the corner, a few sharp-eyed people didn't kneel. Instead, they exchanged scared looks. This god is lying. I tried sensing outside just now. Something's up. There's a ball of gold light in the city center. Really bright. Brighter than before. That's Zhang Hao. The kid's still alive. And he's doing pretty well, looks like. But in the center of that gold light, I saw a black mouth. It's eating the little lights nearby. Each one makes the gold light stronger. It's nastier than the subway below. Are you sure? The golden light is eating people. And the souls of the eaten ones seem to be screaming. I knew something was off last life. Where did Zhang Hao get all that creation energy? Turns out this so-called Genesis system isn't making stuff out of thin air. It's equivalent exchange.
Except.
He trades other people's lives for his own powers. Looks like our old friend's gone dark. Even faster than last time. So, what do we do? He looks pretty powerful now. Let him show off a few days. Raising pigs, you have to fatten them up before the slaughter. He levels up with people. I'll level up with everything else. When he fully powers up, he'll be my best meal. All we need to do now is one thing. I'll spend these 3 days turning this shelter into a war fortress no one can tear down. Meanwhile, inside the hotel, Zhang Hao felt like an apple baked dry in an oven, drying up fast. Genesis system side effects are even worse than he expected. During this period, to keep up appearances, he burned way too much life force. Damn it. He did get some energy back by sacrificing, but regular people are too weak. Each one keeps the system running half an hour. That's all I've got. There aren't many mutants left in the building. The monsters outside are too strong. The guys won't go out. And supplies are almost gone. Zhang Hao grabbed the crystals and popped them in his mouth like candy. As the crystals shattered, dirty energy rushed in, but his white temples didn't turn black. They just stopped spreading. Zhang Hao took a deep breath and forced down the restlessness. He walked out to the terrace, looking down on the dead city. The gray mist is thick, but with his divine eye system,
He saw all the city's energy flow.
not a single mutant in the west. That's the Hongxing bomb shelter. Li Qiu, Zhang Hao squinted. Previous life memories flashed back. That kid survived? And got a twin system too. Mutual destruction. If I swallow Li Qiu. Zhao Gang. Gather the holy knights. I sense a demon underground in the west. One who's stolen divine power. For Fangzhu's future, we have to purge him. Hongxing bomb shelter. As I polished parts, I sneezed. Caught a cold. Someone's got their eye on me. Su Qing checked the radar. Su Qing turned to look at her screen. Li Qiong, something's up. From downtown. 12 high-energy signatures are coming fast. Super fast. They're driving. I wiped the oil off my hands. 12. Jiang Hao really thinks I'm tough. They're glowing gold. That glow is annoying. Looks like fake gold. Shiny outside. All messed up inside. That's Jiang Hao's holy knights. Su Qing, start the generator. Crank it up to full power. What are you doing? If guests are coming, gotta greet them with lights. Half an hour later, 2 black jeeps, all modified, roared out of the gray mist and stopped by ruins 300 meters from the shelter entrance. Captain, something's off. My gut says, this place is dangerous. Worse than mutant beasts. Why worry? We've got the Lord's protection. Holy armor blocks bullets too. Just 1 legion. Can't do anything to us. The Divine Lord said, as long as we bring back Brother Li's head, we'll all get eternal life. For the Divine Lord. What's that sound? Ah, fall back now. No, help. Help me. Damn, it's a trap. Retreat, everyone pull back. Well, since you're here, why so eager to leave? And you haven't paid the entrance fee. Li Qiu, don't get cocky. The Divine Lord already locked on your location. Heretics like you will be purified sooner or later. The Divine Lord? You mean the one in that hotel? Jiang Hao, who relies on life force for his effects. Or that loser who can't even make a loaf of bread? System. Shut up. Don't insult the Divine Lord. Ding. Absorb DJ energy junk. Partial energy plus 0.5. Taste. Awful. Too many impurities. Disgusting. Jiang Hao's cooking has gone downhill. Monster. Ah, my hand. I was forced. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I was forced. I have kids at home. Just now when you rushed in, you shouted those slogans so loudly. Devour domain. Activate. Ding. Consumed 3 fake awakeners. Energy gained, 150. Trace detected. Genesis law fragment parsing. Analysis failed. Fragment purity too low. Looks like I'll have to take out the main guy to break it down. Still need to kill the real one. Don't come closer. I'm not killing you. I need you to deliver a message. Tell Jiang Hao. I got his delivery. The quality sucks. But at least he tried. Tell him one more thing. He should fatten up his system a little more. Right now it's way too skinny. Not my taste. Get lost. Li Qiu, why'd you let him go? Fear makes the best seed. When Zhao Gan goes back, with his wounds and that mark on him, that fear will spread in Jiang Hao's camp. Jiang Hao's power base is his so-called all-powerful divinity. If his followers find out, There's a demon outside, scarier than their god. And their divine weapons can't even scratch it. What do you think will happen in that camp? Faith collapses, chaos breaks out. Smart, and Zhang Hao's tight. When he sees Zhao Gan come back this wrecked, he'll totally lose it. His anger will make him reckless. Do something desperate. That's when he'll mess up. Come on, let's clean up around here. These two trucks are a bit banged up, but the engines are good. Take them apart. The parts can boost our generator. A demon! That's a demon! The lightsaber broke.
He shattered the lightsaber.
He devoured everyone. We're all gonna die. Everyone! Even the Archangel got beaten like that. Can God really protect us? Shut up. This is a trial. It's the devil's last rampage. He's challenging God's authority. Everybody listen up. From today on, the Ark's moving to level 1 alert. Li Qiu, you forced my hand. This time, I'm making a real monster. 96 hours after the apocalypse began, Zhang Hao stands at the operating table's center. Under his skin, golden veins twist like angry worms. Pulsing wildly, a man is tied up on the table. One of the temple knights who ran away before. Wang Kong is his name. Right now he's stripped of his divine armor, limbs locked down with thick chains, eyes full of terror and despair. Zhang Hao holds a golden syringe. Inside, the liquid looks like molten lava. Don't be scared, Wang Kong. Didn't you say you'd die for God? You're too weak right now. You can't even block one of Li Kaiyong's fingers. I'll give you real power. Zhang Hao doesn't hesitate and stabs the needle into Wang Qiang's artery. Wang Kong starts convulsing hard. The golden fluid goes in, but it doesn't purify him. Instead, it's like fire, burning him up in a flash. Fuse, become my sword. Gold light erupts. Bone-crunching sounds. Bones shatter loudly. Wang Qiang's body twists and stretches, flesh turning gray-white and hard. His shoulder blades rip out through his back, sprouting two bony wings. He's almost 10 feet tall, a winged monster oozing golden pus all over.
He kneels at Zhang Hao's feet.
Ding, creation successful. Designation, Scarlet Stone 001. Note, extremely unstable killing machine. Lifespan, 24 hours. Li Qiu, you've set a trap. I've got monsters. No idea if your barbed wire can hold off this kind of suicide attack. At this moment in the underground lab bunker, I'm wearing safety goggles, fully focused on the microscope slide. It was taken from the body of that Templar he killed. Just a bit of that glowing gold sample. Su Qing, take a look at this. I step aside. Su Qing leans in to take a peek. Suddenly he covers his mouth, with his spiritual sense amped up. What he saw weren't cells, but tiny faces twisted in pain, screaming inside golden cages. This energy is alive. It's literally living energy. It's all about taking. I finally get how the Genesis system works. There's no such thing as creating from nothing. So-called world creation is really just moving energy around. The bread Zhang Hao made came from organic molecules in the air and some kind of invisible life force. The armor he made used up the user's life energy for strength. In other words, he's not truly creating. He's just draining the world's reserves. What about the gray mist? Is that connected to him? The gray mist is waste left over from the Genesis system. The more miracles he makes, the more gray mist there is, and the stronger the mutants get. He's speeding up this world's end. Before I finish speaking, an alarm suddenly blares. Red warning lights wash the whole bunker in crimson. Warning, high energy source BG, 500 meters away. Energy readings. Floor 1, chaotic radiation. A peak level cluster. Tons of chaotic radiation detected. What is that thing? There's something human about it. That's a return gift from Zhang Hao. since he's brought it to me. I'll show him whether his tailbone is tougher or my bite is stronger. At the bunker entrance, Crimson Angel Unit 001 has arrived. He didn't take the main gate. He smashed right through all 3 outer reinforced concrete walls. I'm wearing my freshly finished mutant beast bone armor, leaping through the air like a black panther, aiming straight for the monster's wings. World-ending domain. Devour shield. I frown slightly. This energy is way too chaotic. Absorbing the monster's attack feels like biting into spoiled meat. Seeing its ranged attacks fail, the monster charges, roaring. Its claws gleam with strange gold light, trying to rip open my chest. Come here. Black devouring flames shoot down my arm, instantly engulfing the monster. Let me go. As you wish. Ding! Special bioweapon Crimson Angel eliminated. Gained 300 energy. Warning. Absorbed a ton of corrupted divine energy. Host's mental resistance under attack. You think you can pollute me? Pathetic. I know this is just the beginning. If Zhang Hao dares to make this stuff, he's totally lost it. A lunatic can do anything. Day 6 after doomsday hit. Suddenly, every working screen in the city, even hollow projections made by Zhang Hao's system, comes to life at once. On screen, Zhang Hao wears white. He looks exhausted, but his face is full of sadness and pity, like a saint. People of Zhangcheng, I'm Zhang Hao. I know you're starving and desperate, and I want to save every one of you. But my powers are sealed. Earth, chosen as the child of disaster by the gray mist, has stolen humanity's chance at redemption. That thief is holed up out west in the bunker, where we stored tons of food and medicine in a strategic warehouse. He's taken it all. Because of him, the gray mist still lingers. Because of him, you're all starving. Whoever can break in will get a place on the ark, and more food than they can eat. Now the whole city erupts. Jealousy, greed, hunger, these 3 put together, are deadlier than any zombie virus. Watching on the security screens, I see countless little red dots moving westward, packed in tight. His strategy's wicked. He's using everyone in the city as fodder for our traps. This is human nature. When resources are super scarce, give them a scapegoat, and they'll go nuts attacking. Get ready to fight. Level 1 defense system go. At noon, outside the bunker, thousands of survivors gather atop the ruins, holding all kinds of weapons, iron rods, Molotovs. Zhang Hao's agitators are mixed into the crowd. Charge, the food is in there. Kill that demon. Take back our supplies. Do it for the kids. Go! With a single order, the crowd surges toward the bunker like a tsunami. Molotovs smash against the alloy doors, igniting a huge fire. Someone tries to ram the door with a bulldozer. Inside the shelter, I stared at those twisted faces on the monitors. My finger was hovering over the red button of the annihilation field. Once I press it, every untagged creature within 500 meters will be crushed to dust by the gravity field, and then swallowed by the black eye. Is there really no other way? Once you press it, you really become the demon they call you. Su Qing grabbed my wrist. Her eyes filled with tears. I met Su Qing's teary gaze, stayed silent for a second, then moved my finger away. You're right. I'm not being a demon. I'm going to be their nightmare. Get lost. The few hundred charging in front felt like a sledgehammer slammed their chest. Countless people went weak at the knees and dropped straight to the ground. The bulldozer driver's eyes rolled back, and he fainted. The truck lost control and crashed into a rock. Total silence in the crowd. Everybody clutched their chests in fear, staring at that tightly shut gate. Then the gate slowly opened. I walked out alone, holding a long blade in my hand, with that 1-meter black disc on my back. The field generator. With every step I took, a crack split open beneath my feet. Black flames burst from the rift. Trying to steal the food? I've got plenty of food. But it's for people. If you think you're human, just stand still. If you want to be Zhang Hao's lackey, step across this line and see. I suddenly stabbed the long blade into the ground. With a boom, the black disc on my back lit up. A visible black halo spread out centered on me. Wherever the halo passed, scrap metal, rocks, Molotovs all turned to dust instantly. In the crowd, a few of Zhang Hao's agitators exchanged looks, then pulled out guns from their coats and aimed to shoot me. But the bullets hit that black halo, like they entered quicksand, slowing down sharply, and stopped 3 inches in front of me, then melted into liquid metal. Looks like someone still doesn't get it. I pointed at the shooters. Their bodies jerked violently. The next second, they exploded in the crowd, turning into a cloud of blood. That's a real devil. Run. These mobs screaming for blood are now crying and running for their lives. I stood there, looking up at the tall hotel in the city center. Even from several kilometers away, it felt like Zhang Hao could see me and was furious. What now? Zhang Hao, your numbers game is useless now. Now it's my turn to make a move. 7th night after the apocalypse began, the once dead gray mist started to churn violently. I stood at the top lookout of the shelter, my long blade boulder breaker trembling slightly in my hands, making a hungry buzzing sound. But I wasn't watching the blade. I was fixated on the northern horizon. Up there, a tsunami of dark red was surging in, tens of thousands of mutant beasts packed together, like a mudslide, rumbling as it crashed this way. Su Qing stood behind me. On her tablet screen, red dots marking high-energy signals have merged into a sea of blood. Over 5,000 creatures, plus 3 peak-tier Lord-level mutants. So these are his trump cards. Zhang Hao has lost it. He's using the Genesis system to broadcast fake divine pheromones to these mutants. That signal is the only beacon in the dark, and the most tempting food. But he redirected the beacon's location to us. Now the first wave hit the minefield I set 3 clicks out. Hundreds of modified gas tanks underground, all detonated together. A black firestorm rose up, wiping out hundreds of vanguard monsters instantly. The traps can't hold them off anymore. Go put down the dragon severing stone. Listen, no matter what you hear out there, Don't open up even if I knock. What are you doing? A swarm this size. Even if you're made of steel, you'll be ground to dust. Steel gets crushed, but black holes don't. So many deliveries showing up at my door. I've got no reason to refuse. Get in. Wash off. Unlock primary limiter. Primary unlock in progress. Will drop sanity absorption rate below 100%. Unlocking secondary limiter. Full power on the field. I watched as a mutant rhino charged at me. A wild grin split my lips. With a boom, a black field darker than night erupted from me in all directions. The hundreds of mutant beasts up front were smacked down like by a giant invisible hand, slamming them into the ground. Now the real terror begins. Inside that pitch-black field, matter started to fall apart. Mutant beasts on the ground, and even shattered rocks, silently, dissolved into wisps of black energy smoke. The smoke seemed almost alive, furiously burrowing into my skin. I floated in the center of the smoky energy, feet lifting off the ground. Those fearless mutant beasts finally felt fear. Their sharp fangs and claws they once prided on are useless against this man. Step into the black field. Your life force gets sucked out. This is no battle. This is a harvest. With a deafening roar, the 3 peak-tier mutant lords finally joined in. A 3-headed hellhound. A giant gorilla armored in stone. And a thunder-faced hawk circling low. The 3 monsters closed in together. The hellhound spat toxic fire. The gorilla hurled a boulder-sized rock. Thunderhawk unleashed lightning. In the eye of the storm, I slowly raised one hand. I clenched my palm at the flying giant rock. The multi-ton boulder froze midair. In a blink, it shrank down to a marble-sized sphere of super-dense black mass. I snap my fingers. The black orb turns into a streak. It instantly pierced through the rock planets, a so-called invincible chest armor. That 5-meter-tall beast didn't even scream. It exploded in a second, turned into wisps of black smoke. The remaining hellhounds and thunder eagles were scared out of their minds. They tried to run away. Since you're here, you all stay and become my food. I vanished from where I stood. The next moment, I'm on Leo's back. Warning, energy overload is at 100% peak. Host is about to enter rampage mode. I whip my head around, looking at that glaring golden light in the city center. Right there, there's a huge foul-smelling golden cake. A non-human screech erupts. Black mist around him blasts up to 100 meters high, forming a giant skull shadow. He ignores the fleeing little monsters and starts walking toward the hotel step by step. Each step withers a patch of ground beneath his feet. Wherever he goes, the streetlights on both sides seem to salute him. They explode and go out. Deep in his mind is chaos. He can't remember who he is. He forgot why he's fighting. All that's left is a primal urge to devour the golden light. When he's just 500 meters from the hotel, a tiny figure appears ahead. That figure looks so small, like a breeze could blow it over. I can't recognize him anymore. In my vision,
Ahead.
there's only a dim white glowing snack. Not much energy, but since it's blocking my path, might as well eat it. Lin Qiu looks at me. Su Qing feels like she jumped into a vast bloody sea. She sees a boy curled up on the seabed, shivering. That's my core humanity. Su Qing swims over, gently hugs the curled up soul. The sea of blood boils around them. Countless claws tear apart.
His back.
But he won't let go. We're going home. Then he does one thing. In the mental realm, he kisses that muddy soul. A soft, pure white light blooms centered on the two of them. It's humanity's most primal and powerful force. It's more than just love.
It's an anchor.
I'm your anchor. You're still in the human world? In the real world, that roaring black rock blade stops just 1 centimeter from Su Qing's forehead. It halted right there. Black fire nearly burns her lashes. In those pitch-black eyes, a hint of struggle flashes. That crazy ink black starts to fade away. Her original clear pupils show again, full of exhaustion. Su Qing. You looked super ugly just now. Su Qing opens her eyes. Her body goes limp and collapses to the ground. He looks at the rational me and gives a weak smile. Sorry. I almost hurt you. It's fine. Are you full? When you're full, it's time to work. System Evolution LV5 Law Prototype achieved. Look over there. This is the true face of the Genesis system. Zhang Hao fights me by fully removing limits. He's forcibly merging high-level mutant genes, trying to create a god. But he doesn't know. The core of Genesis isn't life. It's constancy. There's no will of the extinction system. Endless vitality means mutation. Look at those tentacles. They're infinitely splitting. If we don't stop him, this whole building will turn into a giant lump of flesh and swallow the whole city. One of us has to die. Let's go end this. Wait for me here. I kick off the ground and shoot into the sky like a cannonball, stepping on abandoned buildings by the street. I rush toward that wriggling flesh mountain. Li Qiong. You actually survived. Perfect. Come see my masterpiece. Right now. I am the Ark. I am the world. Zhang Hao, don't you want to know the secret of the Gemini system? System secret? Let me tell you. Genesis is turning order into chaos, multiplying. Extinction sends trash back to the trash bin. Extinction ultimate. Silent death zone. Come on, let's see if your tentacles grow faster, or my slicing is quicker. I stand at the hotel entrance steps. The old revolving glass doors are gone, replaced by a giant gaping mouth. The whole 38-story building now doesn't look like concrete anymore, but like a finger reaching the sky. The outer wall is covered with thick military blankets. Zhang Hao used them to fortify defenses and spawned bio-armor. Countless mutant beast claws extend from the wall cracks, swaying like seaweed. This is what he calls his new world. The 7 black rock blades behind me buzz. I look up, my eyes piercing through all barriers, staring straight at the furious golden energy source on the top floor. In a second, my whole body turns into a black streak and charges right into the giant mouth on the first floor. The giant mouth opens, trying to bite down. But as soon as it touches me, silent death zone, whatever it is, instantly disintegrates into black ash. Inside the elevator shaft, no more lift or cables here. Dense roaring noises come from above. Dozens of winged red angels dive down from above. I glare coldly. My right hand grabs at the air. A terrifying gravity wave explodes inside the narrow shaft. Those monsters diving down suddenly lose their flying posture, like they're swept into the abyss. My 7 blades instantly pierce them. Arriving at the 30th floor, I kick open the elevator shaft door and enter what used to be the executive lounge. What I see makes my eyes widen. This place is a hatchery. Hundreds of huge golden eggs hang from the ceiling. Each egg has a curled-up person inside. Some old, some young, and some are the contestants from before. Tube after tube connects to them, constantly draining their life force and pumping it to the upper floor account. Meanwhile, some golden mutant gene is being injected back into their bodies, trying to transform them into new monsters. Help! My hand shakes. An unprecedented rage nearly burns away his sanity. A furious roar comes out. Stop screaming, old friend. They're happy. They don't feel hunger in this womb. They don't feel pain. And they get immortality. This is the mercy of Genesis. I walk up to the little girl and place my palm gently on her egg. Black power gently seeps in, cutting off the tubes attached to her instantly, and at the same time devouring those raging mutant genes inside her. Your mercy turns people into monsters. My mercy sends you straight to hell. I'm not holding back anymore. The 7 black flame swords behind him merged into one instantly. They turned into a massive black scythe, about 30 feet long. Death incarnation. Open up for me. I gripped the scythe with both hands and swung it hard at the ceiling. A reinforced concrete wall, several meters thick, was split by that strike. A huge crack was ripped open. I stepped on the edge of the crack, walking toward the god sitting at the very top, step by step. You came, Li Qiang. Look at me now. Is this perfect? I fused the genes of thousands of species. I have the power to regenerate forever. Right now, I am the rule itself, a mess of random pieces put together. And you dare call that perfect? Since you're here, become part of me. Your apocalypse gene. It's my last missing piece. Devour energy, float. But this is just defense against Zhang Hao's nearly unlimited energy output. My energy bar is dropping fast enough to see. It's useless.
I'm endless.
Suddenly, the swinging stopped.
He let a laser pierce his own shoulder.
I stared at Zhang Hao's huge core. A hint of madness flashed in my eyes. If I can't cut it off, then I'll just devour it. System. Final form warning activated. Final form. Glutton King will fully break down the host's body and become a being of pure energy. Lasts 3 minutes. The outcome might be irreversible. Return to human form, proceed. Su Qing is waiting for me to come home. So I have to go back. Do it. Boom, heaven and earth changed color. I turned from a human shape into pure intense, heavy black mist, forming a giant black face that blocked out the sun. Zhang Hao, who'd been laughing wildly, froze when he saw this terrifying sight.
His laughter stopped dead.
His giant body he was so proud of, next to this black shadow, now actually looked ridiculous. Devour the world, all grieve. A terrifying pull with no words strong enough to describe. Exploded out. This isn't gravity anymore. It's erasure at the rule level. No, I'm a god. You can't eat me.
Damn it.
Fine, if you want to eat me, I'll burst you from inside. The black mist I became didn't dodge at all. Instead, I rushed forward. At that moment, the world went quiet. Inside me, infinite dark void. Zhang Hao floated here, still keeping that arrogant golden afterimage. He looked at the darkness around and sneered. Li Qiu, you're too cocky. You think swallowing me means you win. My energy is 10,000 times yours. In this space, I'm in charge. I'll blow you up from the inside and take over your body. But a pair of eyes slowly opened in the dark. In here, I am the law. Let me go. What is this thing? Zhang Hao, you stole my chance in the last life. I didn't say a thing. This life you stole the system. I stayed quiet. But you shouldn't have touched Su Qing or those innocent people. I'm taking your creation system. Li Qiu, for old times, don't kill me. I paused for a moment. Memories flicked through my eyes. The boy who handed him water on the basketball court. The one who drank with him after heartbreak. But only for a second. The image froze on that smirking face by the snake pit. Bro has been dead a long time. Died in the snake pit. Dead for sure. As the golden essence flowed into my hand, I felt what I held. was like a searing iron brand. This is the core of the Genesis system. A huge surge of life force shot through my arm. Warning, warning. Two sources are colliding. System near collapse. Host about to break down. Outside, the huge black mist in the sky started churning violently. Light flickered on and off. One moment, golden light pierced the darkness. Next moment, black mist swallowed the gold. The shockwave made all of River City shake. Su Qing raised his head, watching that out-of-control black figure in the sky, tears streaming down his face. He could feel it. Li Qiong was fighting a battle worse than death. If he lost, this energy would nuke the entire city for dozens of miles. Right then, a faint voice sounded in Su Qing's mind. I'm so tired, I want to sleep. You can't sleep, Li Qiu. You promised you'd bring me home. Think creation and destruction aren't enemies. They're like breathing. In and out, like yin and yang swimming together. Don't let them fight. Breathe yin and yang. Yeah, life and death are a circle. All things are born from dust and return to dust. I'm not here to suppress. I'm here to guide. Creation in my right hand, destruction in my left. Let my body become the wheel that turns them. Up in the sky, the rolling chaotic clouds suddenly froze. And right after, everyone saw something they'd never forget. That giant black mist started to spin and shrink. While spinning, gold and black stopped fighting each other and became like a taijutsu, linked together, merged into one. Gold within black, black within gold, a mighty and sacred order full of power swept across the city. With that power, the gray fog vanished, just like sunlight piercing the clouds. Those mutants lurking in every corner felt the light touch them. The rage inside them was instantly soothed. They stopped their roaring, looked blankly at the sky, then slowly withdrew to the shadows, or the deepest mountains. Ding! Congrats, host, you fused twin systems. System evolved into order. The primal system is not hosted by a demigod. Li Qiu, you scared me to death. I thought you weren't coming back. My body stiffened. Then I slowly held him. Without a word, Su Qing sensed something wrong. He looked up into those heterochromatic eyes. Li Qiu, what's wrong? Su Qing, I made it. I restarted the system of this world. From now on, Genesis energy will nourish the earth, grow crops. Destruction energy will break down trash and viruses. Keep balance. The gray fog won't come back. Awesome. Now let's go home. Back to the shelter. I'll cook for you. I can't go back. The power is too strong. A mortal body can't hold it anymore. To keep this balance, to stop the world from collapsing again, I have to become the core. What do you mean? I mean, I'm going to sleep. I'll become the ley line of this city, constantly shaping energy.
If I don't,
If these two forces get loose, the world will blow up in a second. How long will you sleep? I don't know. Maybe 10 years, maybe 100 years, when this world learns to heal itself. Then I can wake up. Su Qing froze. Won the world, but lost you. Is this how it ends? No, I won't accept that. There's gotta be another way. System, come out. I want to return it. Don't cry. I'm not dead. I'm just with you in a different way now. Every ray of sunlight you see from now on. Every breath you take. I'll be there. I leaned in and kissed Su Qing's forehead gently. A golden purple seed followed that kiss and entered Su Qing's forehead. I'm leaving you the system's master key. If anyone bullies you, or if chaos returns to this world, just wake me up. No matter how tired I am, I'll get up and deal with them. After saying this, my body turned into countless glowing lights. Those lights didn't vanish, but sank into the ground of Jiangcheng, blending with every bit of soil. Goodbye, Su Qian.